بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين ثم الصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وآله الطاهرين. Dear and respected brothers and sisters, Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Imam Hussain Online Seminary. In this third episode of Islamic beliefs, we are going to talk about the second principle of Islam, which is Adaalah, divine justice. To begin with the meaning and definition of this important principle of Islam, we have to say that, first of all, that justice means to put everything in its rightful place. In its rightful place. This is one of the very perfect kind of definitions that is proposed by Imam Ali alayhi salatu wassalam. So, what we mean here by justice is this meaning: to put everything in its rightful place, or to treat everyone in a way that he or she deserves. So, the second important point that we should learn about divine justice or Adaalah is this: that just and equality are not the same. We should understand that equality and justice are not the same. Sometimes we might misunderstand the meaning of justice. The misconception is this: that we might think that justice means equality, while they are completely different and they are not the same. So, the third important point about Adaalah or justice is this: that Allah's justice means what? According to those two key points that were mentioned before, Allah's justice means that everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does is not equal for everyone and everything. So, because justice means to put everything in its rightful place, and it doesn't mean equality, so that's why whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does, it does not indicate that whatever Allah does is equal for everyone and everything. So, this is very much important. Sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may provide someone with some kind of let's say blessings and ni'mah, and sometimes the other people with other kind of ni'mah or blessings. So these differences are the meaning of, or the manifestation of, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's justice in the creation. So the third point, dear brothers and sisters, that we should understand about Allah's justice is this: that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keeps balance between the needs of the creator. You know, Adaalah means that you should give everyone what he or she needs. So that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keeps balance between the needs of the creators. So the next point, which is the fifth one, is this: that since Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves us, Allah is merciful, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, and He actually has the absolute knowledge. You see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves us, and at the same time He has the absolute knowledge. His knowledge is not limited, rather it is absolute. So that's why He puts everything in its right place. So we say that Adaalah does not mean equality. It's different from equality, and it means that to put everything in its right place and to give everyone what he or she needs. So based on these points, we now can conclude this: that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, since He loves everyone, and then since He has the absolute knowledge, whatever He gives us is the best one, because He knows what is best for us. So these are the key points about divine justice and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's justice. Finally, the final key points that should be mentioned here is this: that there are some reasons for injustice. Sometimes we are unjust. Because of what? Because of these kind of things. Because of sometimes our injustice comes out of ignorance. And sometimes it is because of need and greed. And sometimes it might be because of this that someone may force us or pressurize us to do something unjust. Sometimes we might fear someone or something. That's why we may do something unjust. Or sometimes amusement, entertaining, enjoying these kind of things might cause us to be or to treat unjustly the other people. Now let's see, can these kind of qualities and attribute be attributed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Of course not, because the existence of God is absolute. So, since He is absolute in terms of existence, in terms of power, in terms of knowledge, in terms of life, in terms of everything, so that is why He does not need anything. He is not ignorance. He is not ignorant. So His knowledge is absolute. So He knows best. He knows perfectly whatever is true and correct and whatever we deserve. So, and He does not need anything because He is not poor. He is not needy. And there's no greedy can be even imagined about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's why no one can force Him. And He fears no one. And finally, there's no need for Him to amuse Himself by doing something. So that is why this kind of causes and reasons for injustice that might be found in human beings cannot be found in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's why there will be no reason for injustice in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's creation and deeds and actions. Thank you so much. It was a kind of brief introduction to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's justice, and I hope that you would understand inshallah these points, and inshallah it would be useful and helpful for you all, brothers and sisters. Please stay with us, because we are going to inshallah teach you the other principles of Islam inshallah in the coming episodes and sessions. Wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allahumma salli wa sallim wa zid wa barik ala rasulillah wa alihi al-athhar.